back. Hi, I am the adorable host this week for Turn the Page. And to my right, we have Star Power, Tony Stevens, and to my left, we have Mr. Sex Appeal himself, John McClay.
Old beardy Vic Beers.
Hey, welcome back to Turn the Page. We have had lots of news happen this week.
That's true. News has happened. I've seen it. It's been on that device I use in my hand. Phone. I don't know why we call it a phone anymore, though. Should be like a personal
computer.
It's a computer. It's a computing device.
Or like
PCD.
I literally call
Omni-tool.
it
Omni-tool.
It's a brain extension.
It's a brain extinction.
Yeah. No, I think it's augmentation.
I think we're moving from like the Triassic to the Jurassic period right now.
No, we're cyborgs. We are part machine, part man.
But if we put the machine in our brain...
No, it's literally an extension of our brain right now. It's just the...
it's an external
the
extension.
bandwidth is very small right now, so it takes
But our
a while.
brain is starting to...
There's some evidence of that, but I don't think it's directly correlated to phones. I think it's people.
People are just dumb.
I think it's society.
We're just dumb.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not the news. What is the news?
Well, that is the news. I mean, it's hardcore news. People are dumb.
That's it? You want to talk about that?
Oh, no. What else are we going to talk about?
Alright, so...
There's Thor. If you guys saw Thor run.
Yes, he's one of the props.
He was turned into a cat.
Loki was playing
Loki,
mischief.
Yeah. So we're letting him ride this whole cat thing out
Yeah.
for the time being.
He's got until he's worthy.
Yeah.
Worthy cat.
He's a
So,
bad cat.
Worthy cat. Worthy cat.
I did read something today from IGN about the new Batman movie.
Oh, really? What? I didn't read that.
John Turturro,
Oh yeah, I
What
heard
about
he was
John
in it.
Turturro?
What
What's
is
he doing?
he's cast as Falcone.
There are so many bad guys in this movie.
I know.
I-
I think you might be right with that last week about being like a long Halloween type of.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a long extension of a period of history. I don't see how this is just like I woke up one day, kicked some butt, and went home to the Batcave.
Yeah. What do you think that they're setting up potential, like this is the year one, right?
Right.
So do you think that they're introducing potential,
Oh,
sequel characters?
Flavoring them in.
Yeah,
Like a good extended Marvel take on things.
maybe.
That
Like
would be
how we
good.
just show a person and then years later it pays off.
Yeah.
No, this is DC.
You're probably
They're
right.
shoving it all in there. By the end of it, there will be an umbrella gun, Two-Face flipping a coin, the Riddler laughing while twirling a cane, and Batman going, "I'll kill you all." And then Catwoman comes up and gives him a hug and a kiss, but is she on his side or is she not on his side? And then Robin pops out of his head.
It sounds like a good movie.
Gonna be a
I would
little
pay money
bit
to see Robin pop out of Batman's head.
like Zeus with a theme. Oh, there's a Robin. I'm here to kill you all. And he has a deep voice too. He'll be a little 12-year-old,
This is,
but he's like, "I'm Damian Wayne."
Damien?
Yeah,
Damien
of course. There's your peak.
And then out of casket, here comes Red Hood.
Yeah. And then
I
Dick
think that would
Grayson's
make-
just sitting in
that
the
would make a
background
good,
like...
standalone, like, TV series, Red Hood.
Red Hood would make his own
Yeah.
TV series.
I think that would be
That'd be
awesome.
really good.
DC, if you're listening.
DC, if you listen to anyone, even though you don't listen to the experts, listen to us. Do something right.
Absolutely.
Red Hood TV series. Is this going to be on the WB? What's it going to be on?
Oh god, that would be so.
It would be the darkest WB.
They have their own DC app now.
Yeah.
So they would probably have to post that.
Oh, like
as a-
Titans.
Right, an
Yeah.
original
And that's a
stream.
little bit darker.
That'd be
too.
good.
It is, and that Dick Grayson's a little too gruff.
Yeah.
He really needs to calm it.
Lighten up a bit.
So what else we got going on in the news department?
Well, speaking of like how DC's just kind of shoving everything out there,
Yeah, they do that.
the new Black Adam movie, The Rock just announced something about that
finally,
today.
finally.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's
Yeah.
been floating around for like it seems like half a decade. It can't be that long, can it?
It comes out in 2022.
Maybe it is. It probably will at least be half a decade since I heard about it.
Yeah,
when
that's
it's come out.
ridiculously long
Yeah.
time ago.
I even heard that The Rock.
Are they
was no
building
longer
up like
doing that.
teasers? I thought The Rock was supposed to be in a new Napoleon Dynamite movie.
I thought he was going to be in a Marvel movie.
I would love for him to be in a Marvel
Yeah.
movie.
I like The Rock.
I love The Rock.
I do too.
I don't like John Cena.
Like, was it Mary, Murder,
Kill.
It's Mary.
No,
Kill.
Mary Kill.
Yeah. So which you got The Rock, John Cena.
Kill him.
Okay. Would you marry The Rock?
I'd have to.
Why?
Because those are my choices.
We need another guy.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
Drax.
Oh, Drax. Good choice.
Yeah.
So you got Dave
Those are
Bautista,
all wrestlers that
Yeah.
came straight off the
Oh, yeah,
wrestling
all
team.
Dave Bautista, The Rock, John Cena.
Okay.
So for me,
You marry The
Huh?
Rock.
I think
It's all
I
personality
think he'd be a
all
good
the time.
cook.
I think he'd be a good cook.
I
He'd
think
always
he'd
keep
be
you
very-
happy.
Very like personal,
Large
like,
arms to hold you with.
empathetic. I
Yeah.
feel like The Rock's very like, if he has a problem, we'll sit down, we'll discuss.
He's
it.
good about talking about his emotions, I can tell.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista's, that's just raw energy you need to work out.
So that would be the
Right.
yeah okay yeah that one. I don't know how to do that.
Whistle?
And then whistle and then
just kill John Cena.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. And
Well,
if,
no one can
and if
see
I
him
can't
anyways.
kill him, then my two new friends, The Rock and Dave Bautista,
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're bigger.
Your lover and your wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I'm still the man in this scenario, even though
course.
it's got really twisty and weird.
Yeah.
I feel good about that.
Well, aside from that, like he also announced that the JSA is going to be appearing in the film too, in the Black Adam movie.
Oh wait, what? Like so the complete JSA.
Yeah,
So like what Superman?
not
No,
Superman.
because
like-
technically Batman and Superman aren't really anything but honorary members of both the JSA and the JLA.
Mhm. This is going to
So-
be more like Alan Scott, Jay Garrick, Our Man,
Wildcat.
Oh,
Yes,
like,
Ted
okay,
Grant.
yeah.
Dr.
I like
Fate.
Wildcat.
He is cool.
He's just a dude.
He's just a boxer.
Just a dude
He's like
in a
Daredevil
cat suit.
with less powers.
He's a-
Oh man,
So there's furries in it.
maybe. Who knows? No one else knows except for.
Speaking
The
of
Rock.
Wookiees, though, has anybody caught The Mandalorian yet?
I haven't seen it.
I've seen the
Oh.
first 2 episodes. Couldn't catch the third one today.
Yeah, that was tonight.
I've seen the first one. I haven't watched the second one yet. I'm
Oh.
trying to dole it out slowly.
Yeah. I mean, it's already being doled out slowly.
Well, you
One
can't
a
binge something if it's like once a week,
I know.
like
I
a
know.
regular TV
I know,
schedule.
it's crazy.
What do we have? 26-hour days.
No, then we just have to work longer. That's what would happen.
That's exactly what would happen. You
Mhm.
still only get 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
That's the rule of all that.
But like, yeah.
But speaking of that, I mean, there's memes galore.
Oh yeah, I'm really impressed that no one's really ruined a whole lot.
There's only one ruin thing that's
And
gone
it's-
meme
yeah.
crazy,
But
and
it's
that's
not really a ruin.
infantile Yoda.
Yeah, there's an infantile Yoda. It's not a ruin. It's very early on in the series,
Right.
so it's not.
There's not a whole lot of information,
Yeah.
really.
I mean, we don't even know what it is.
This might be
technically.
why
It's Yoda
it's not.
and
Yoda.
Yaddle had a baby.
Maybe, or it could just be someone from their species.
Or a clone of Yoda.
The only other Yoda we've ever seen was Yaddle.
What I want to know is how can this? Well,
She's a female.
actually, I answered my own question in my head without saying it out loud. My question was, how can this baby have like the powers of the Force? But
Is the baby gonna have force powers?
I might remember something for you.
I don't know. Has it? I don't think
Maybe.
it's shown that yet.
If they haven't shown it, then I am very intelligent and I figured it all out.
Maybe
But
you did.
I also figured out that these creatures are very long lived, right? Yoda,
Well, it's
Yeah,
like it's 50 years old,
900.
yeah, the baby is 50 years old.
and it's cute.
Yeah, it's a
The
good
real
movie.
point of it
They can make
is
so much money on plush.
Disney, Marvel, all these things. They're great at giving you what you don't know you. So Groot, oh, that was a cool character. Baby Groot. Oh my god, I love that character.
Right.
Move out of the way, Baby Groot. Here's Baby Yoda. Oh, he just got better.
Yeah.
Like,
Baby Yoda is the perfect plush doll, and Baby Groot is the perfect like dancing flower thing.
yeah,
Like the 90s.
but I will have them all on the same dresser.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're all going to be
Absolutely.
like they're all going to be desk size. So you're at your office, and you got a plushie and a dancing
Yeah.
There,
tree, a baby tree.
I mean, Build-A-Bear, you have to make a Baby Yoda.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you weren't a Build-A-Bear for a minute there. Rocket Raccoon joke.
I haven't put my stuffing back yet.
Yeah. Stuff back there. He's got a heart if you squeeze him.
Yeah, I wish we had a rocket. The genetic engineers need to get on that.
I want a Rocket Raccoon, yeah.
And I
That would
really
be
would
good.
like some sort of explanation as to why Rocket, at least in the cinematic universe, is a raccoon. Like, it's clear as day he's a raccoon. He doesn't just look like a raccoon. He's a raccoon.
He was taken and subjected to some
But
severe
he says he's not a raccoon.
biomechanical engineering.
Like, do they take a raccoon from Earth?
This is what I want to know, too.
Do you know the
You know
answer?
this.
You know the answer?
Oh, y'all actually want me to get into this with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Well,
assume you
as
know the
far
comic.
as far as the cinematic universe
Yeah.
is concerned, it's been said that he's not a raccoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
There's
that's
just
what-
a species out there that kind of looks like raccoons.
Mhm.
But we also know from the first movie, by watching him when he was changing into the prison guard,
yeah.
he's had severe genetic and biomechanical manipulation
Yeah.
done to him to make him what he is.
Like he
He was
a
tested.
lab animal.
He is a
basically.
lab coon.
Like he is one of a kind. As
He
far
is
as we
one of
know.
a kind. There's only one rocket.
Yeah.
Now, beyond that, if you actually go into comics, this is the great thing about when Gunn came out and chose this team of Guardians. There's not a whole lot of mythos.
Oh, so you can just make
This
up
character
whatever you
was,
want.
I mean, it was originally made like back in the 70s,
Yeah.
but there wasn't a whole
Yeah, he
lot
was
to
around
it. It was a joke.
before, like this new group
Right.
formed.
Well, they all were.
Yeah.
Each one of them was handpicked for
Yeah,
being
Gamora was. Like,
completely random.
I first was introduced to her with the Infinity Gauntlet.
I was introduced to her
But
with
she was-
Silver Surfer, led into the Infinity
Yeah,
Gauntlet.
she was
Drax
around
as
before
well.
then. Like she was,
Mhm.
in like Adam Warlock, Strange Tales and stuff like that.
Actually, if I remember correctly, they all started with the Man,
With him.
Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man.
Thanos was revealed in Iron Man.
Yeah.
He was originally a villain there. He was a much thinner version of
Yeah,
himself,
yeah.
a little bit more lean, and then they bulked him up to make him more
The
intimidating.
Starland's character.
Okay.
But it was
Oh,
an
no.
Iron Man comic where it premiered.
Is it
That
Starland?
has so much more meaning to the first Iron Man movie. Well, no. I was thinking of Avengers, never mind.
But still,
But
yes.
yeah.
It's Iron Man that ushered in most of that stuff. Iron Man was treated as the Batman of the Marvel universe.
Well, I mean, he's a rich billionaire.
He's a
and
rich
has
billionaire
gadgets.
with cool stuff.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the person I think you can associate with as a normal person.
Mm.
You see that, you're like, if I put on a suit of armor, I could hang with all of those. Really not something I could be.
That is something that makes Batman
Yeah.
even more special, is because he isn't in a suit of armor. He's just in tights, yet he can still stand.
He's in a suit of armor.
Mm-hmm. He is.
Of
Kevlar.
He's in a suit of armor of
Kevlar.
self-confidence.
No, we've all seen Christopher Nolan's movies.
No, I'm talking about the tights Batman.
Tights
You know,
Batman
great
was that was just DC trying to keep up for a while. But even
Bulletproof,
then, if we're talking
yeah.
like that, then we're going back to the timeline where Iron Man didn't even have plate armor. It was just kind of like some strange looking tights. It looked like a unitard.
Oh,
the
man.
old
You know what?
original
And
I'm
Marvel
getting
3.
flashbacks of the Mego figure
The
now.
Green
Where he's
Arrow-
smiling with the eyes.
He's
Yeah.
also like that because he's just a rich guy and he has like tights and he shoots arrows.
Green Arrow, yes, he is the wannabe Batman.
Yeah.
But he's the actual
But he
official wannabe Batman.
He's never had the armor. Like Batman's had armor. So I'll give you
Batman's
that.
totally had armor. Batman has built himself.
It's good.
He's gone and tried to copy Iron Man by now because he even built a suit of armor just to take on the Justice
And he's
League.
made multiple Batman, just like
Oh, yeah.
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 Speaking of Batman and armor, have you guys seen the official image of Kevin Conroy as old man Bruce Wayne.
I've seen like a headshot of him.
Well, yeah, but in the headshot, you can tell that he's got the exo support armor, so it's totally Kingdom Come Bruce Wayne.
Cool.
The Bruce Wayne that had to have that so he could still move. Not like, oh, I'm wearing cool Batman armor. More like, I'm wearing this so I can walk.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear Batman's voice come out of live action Batman.
That's true.
Like the real Batman.
Know. I'm so excited about that.
Fascinating.
Very thankful for that.
Like, WB has made a lot of right moves. Not so much in the writing in some areas, and the production value on Supergirl is atrocious. But like overall, when compared with the movies, like I enjoy the WB universe.
The CW.
Or whatever it is now. CW.
The Arrowverse.
The
is what they call
Arrowverse.
it.
Mm-hmm.
What was I calling it?
The WB. That's okay.
Is there
That's
WB
fine.
anymore?
There's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
So it's all Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
it's all Warner.
Anything that goes wrong is that's their bad.
But they've done a pretty good job, despite everything. And they've done what the movies should have done with their budgets and their actors and their publicity. And they did with no budget, okay actors, and horrible writing. They still did a better job.
Berlanti does an alright.
Yeah.
He
Who?
does.
Berlanti?
He's the one that runs the shows.
So he's basically Kevin Feige of the WB shows.
Of the CW.
That's
Yeah.
CW. So yeah, he's fantastic then.
Which, speaking of, Stargirl is going to be on the CW next year as well.
I heard
I
that.
think that they just finally realized on the network shows, hang on a second, we can just throw anything in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they tested it out with Legends of Tomorrow. Horrible show. Horrible show. Horrible
That's
show.
one of my
Holy
favorites.
crap! When's the last time somebody used a superpower?
Every time.
No!
Every time.
They collect crystals and give birth to this big fuzzy creature that beats the crud out of a demon? That's not superpowers.
that
It's
sounds
like watching
great.
it.
That sounds awesome.
Maybe if it was just like these kids playing D&D got transported into a magical world where they thought they were the superheroes.
That sounds awesome.
That would be a cool show.
Yeah.
These are all superheroes, legit superheroes, who, if anybody has a special power that's too much for our budget, they are kicked off.
Actually,
Sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Hawk. Please leave the show. But thanks for coming for season 2.
yeah.
Oh, Adam, I'm going to need you not to shrink and grow too much. Just stand there and look like you used to play Superman. Got it. This year you will play Superman. Finally. Like, I mean, it's
The whole budget
Legends of
goes
Tomorrow is ridiculous.
to the Flash, obviously.
The Flash is good.
They have like
Arrow's
full
good,
CG.
but Legends of Tomorrow is where all of the rejects from the initial shows go to.
It is
the
so
rejection.
hilarious.
So it's really
I love it.
Legends of Yesterday.
I highly disagree with you.
Well, that's fine. You can like something for being a parody of a superhero program. I'm allow it. I'm okay with that.
You know, Constantine's on there now, too.
Who got rejected from his own show that ended?
Well, so is
But
Supergirl.
it's really good with him on there, though.
I'm sure it is.
I heard that show that failed was on Fox, or was it a network? I think it was a network, wasn't it?
About Constantine?
Yeah, Constantine.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
DC goes all over the place.
But I heard it was pretty good. And
I thought it was good.
yeah.
It was really good, and Legends actually closed up that storyline, too,
Well, you
On
have
Legends.
to, right?
which is really cool. Which makes me wonder if they're going to bring Spectre in Crisis.
That would be a neat character to see.
Spectre would be a neat character.
It would be neat if they just replaced all of the sucky characters on Legends of Tomorrow with cool characters.
I'm really fascinated to see how they're going to get out
Like
of
just
this one.
Constantine, Spectre.
Yeah.
Maybe they could rename it like the Dark Justice League.
You don't like Roy?
Heatwave.
Yeah.
I think he's cooler than he ever could have been
You know,
because of the
he's
character
hilarious.
who plays him. But then Captain Cold just disappeared after a
I'd like
day.
to see a Vertigo, like,
I don't like
Don't
White
like that.
Canary. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like the Firestorm representation because they never actually do it.
they never join together.
Very rarely. Very rarely. And then they
And
kill
then he
off.
died, yeah.
They kill off the other half of him,
They keep
Oh,
killing
that
off the other half.
which is fine if you represent another new half to him. that he actually fuses with sometimes and turns into one of the most powerful characters in the DC universe, who can't seem to fix anything.
Yeah, that's something that frustrates me with the Flash is like his powers, how like fast he is, or what he can do, change depending on what the plot demands of him. So like, if like, no, sorry, Flash, you can't run fast enough for this, even though you clearly can.
Until somebody says, "Run, Barry." Run.
It doesn't matter who it is. The
it
Reverse
was
Flash.
It was Professor Wells or
Yeah.
Reverse Flash at the time. Iris has
It
said
could
it to
literally
him.
be the Reverse Flash saying it.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Run,
"All right,
Barry,
yeah."
run. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, like he does it all the time. It's like whenever somebody says that to him,
He
that
just
is
runs.
one of the cheap motifs of the show. If you tell him to run, he does.
Yeah. My my go-to
Shocker!
my go-to thing on that is when the atomic bomb was slowly exploding. You know, basically what you would assume at the speed of light. And he's standing there, and it's like you can kind of see it slowly getting bigger, and everyone else is frozen. That's how fast the Flash could move. But then someone has a gun, like at Iris's head. It's like, oh, I can't get from here to there. Sorry, that bullet moves way faster than the speed of light. Really, Barry? You could freeze everything around you. It's just a pet peeve.
It is a pet peeve.
Yeah.
Well, how do you keep it interesting with a guy like that?
Be smarter about your plots.
Or
Don't just have a fast
have
guy.
it to where like somebody removes some of his power at the beginning of the little season, right? Like he gets hit with something that reduces his speed force connection.
How about this? This is a good idea. So like it's a giant story arc, and every episode he gets slower and slower and slower until he's completely like slow, like a normal person, and that's when he meets the big bad.
Yes.
And so like you see this downward arc of him.
And it was
slower.
really the Reverse Flash the whole time, running in the opposite direction, building up negative speed force
Canceling
energy,
it out,
which
yeah.
was canceling out his speed force energy, and then we get a good plot line.
Yeah, there you go. This is how they write it. They just sit in like 2 seconds, come up
They
with a
should
whole-
have hired. They should have hired us for
should've.
that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can't use
Because,
that.
you know,
because-
nope. We've already got it.
Yeah, we got that.
Yep.
Copyrighted. We copyrighted your
Yeah,
character
this is
from
published work, right?
Yep.
Right now, it's published.
you. This is public. We published
So, yeah,
this.
It's
It's
copyrighted.
official.
All right, is that all the
man.
news?
Um,
I heard there was an earthquake in the Philippines last week.
There's always
Oh.
an earthquake somewhere.
That's true.
that was terrible too.
Well, I mean, I'm sure. I mean,
All
if
right.
you're used to it,
Yeah.
stuff
We
is.
can talk about world news now.
We can talk about world
Let's
news.
see, in Hong Kong, I hear they're having some trouble.
Ooh.
Uh,
In China, there is a human face spider monkey.
what?
Yeah, it's all over the news. All right, so there's this spider monkey in China who apparently has a very human-looking face, very human expressions, but he just looks like a worried old man that can't find a wife.
Where do you get the news?
Off of the computer thing.
I'll have to look that up.
I had to look that up too. It's,
Yeah. Well, actually, I heard that one on the radio, which then I had to use the computer thing to find a picture of it to see if it was true.
Oh wait, the radio.
The
Somehow it's worse than I thought.
The radio news. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
around.
Some DJ on the news like, you wouldn't believe what I just heard. On
Yeah, human
all
face
over the
monkey.
internet.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then
Wow,
like,
people are killing
there's even
themselves
like
over
a
this.
human-faced koi fish.
You know, yeah.
And
I
like an
remember-
old Chinese woman sees it and she's like, "Oh my god, it's a fairy!" Because that's what Chinese women sound like. And but why was it a
It's
fairy?
British.
Yeah, well, it was because of the
I mean, you
colonies.
can live
it was
in-
Hong Kong.
You can live in China and be British and be Chinese.
True,
Because you're
all true
Chinese-
stories.
Yeah, if you're Chinese citizen.
Like technically, you
Chinese.
could live in Hong Kong, India, South Africa, all of these places. You could be British.
Yeah, that's true. That is completely true.
It's funny, as I know you mentioned Hong Kong and British remind me of It Man, which the fourth one comes out next month.
And this is all a series of movies loosely based upon the master of Bruce Lee, correct?
Right.
We
Loosely
gotta
based.
train Bruce.
And
The
what's
guy who trained.
really cool is that they got the actor that played Bruce Lee from the third one to come back. He's going to be in this one too, as Bruce Lee again. And
Oh.
Scott Adkins is actually in this one.
Hmm.
He's going to be fighting against Ip Man. And what's interesting, I watched the teaser trailer, which was really such super tease.
Is Donnie Yen still the main character?
Of course, if it wasn't Donnie Yen, I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I've
no
been
point.
a fan of Donnie Yen since like forever. I'm trying to.
What else was that?
Yeah, there's nothing before forever.
Let's see. I mean, you have the Iron Monkey. You have.
See, I was gonna say the Iron Monkey, but I don't remember him in that. He wasn't the Iron Monkey.
He wasn't. He was
He's
a
someone
side
else.
character, but he was
Yeah.
in it. He was also in like Flashpoint and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Hey there! Does your life suck? Does your boss always tell you what to do? Does your wife tell you to sell all your toys? Well, maybe that happens to us too. But there's a place that you can go every Saturday night where you can find great stories about slimy fingered trolls and gnomes with magical powers, dragons trying to take over the world, and weird shaped dice. You don't know what to call them? Dodecahedrons? Maybe? I don't know, but there's numbers on every single side, and if you roll a nat 20, you might win the game. That's right, we're talking about Saturday Night Gaming. If you tune in on Podbean, on iTunes, on Google stuff. Look us up, Saturday Night Gaming. It's a podcast. It's great to listen to. Download it, play it in your phone, on your car. You got a long road trip coming up? Saturday Night Gaming. You got to drive to work where your boss constantly annoys you? Saturday Night Gaming. If you ever just think, I don't know how to get to sleep tonight, Saturday Night Gaming. Tune in for Saturday Night Gaming. Check out all of our excellent podcasts. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share with your grandmother. Right, guys?
Right, SN Gaming 2017.
McClay agrees.
I can't share with my grandmother.
That's sad. Let's make sure that part gets in there.
We're alive.
We are live. And hello.
We're back. Back again.
Back again.
Tell your grandma and her friends.
I'm the stand-in sex appeal.
You look great,
You
Beardy
do.
Beardison. I feel like something's a little different.
A little different.
I feel like maybe we have some technical design on set.
What could that be?
Welcome Dan Stevens to the show. That's right.
Hey, everybody.
That's my cousin. Good old friend. Longtime technical designer and video editor of the show. He's here to help us give thanks in this Thanksgiving season.
Absolutely.
And I am giving thanks for the opportunity to be on the scene. On
Or
the
thank-
camera?
On the camera.
Camera.
Yeah, your soul is now stolen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I heard that's how it works.
It is. It's
Yeah,
true.
it is. It,
I've been slowly feeling it seep.
yeah, too.
You
Yeah.
can only lose it once,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
By the time we get to like 10,000 views, a little bit of your soul. Every time they play it, a little bit of your soul leaks out.
That's the best way.
I think so.
Spread it out over the entire planet.
It's like a Band-Aid. You want to slowly peel that off.
Oh, I always rip
Oh, you just rip it.
Interesting.
it. Rip it good.
Rip it good.
So, what are you guys thankful for? Like
I
you.
am thankful for this entire project that we've been doing. It's really given me a lot to work towards.
Awesome. Now, we're definitely thankful to have you here. I mean, good lord. I mean, you've even given us a place to shoot and stuff like that as well, and everything that you've done. We're highly appreciative. I mean, videos look great. All the pictures. I mean, it's everything that you do. Editing is just impeccable.
No, the editing's only as good as the people on scene.
No, I really do nothing. I just show up.
That's me.
Yeah. I just show up. And then when we're editing, I just say, what if we do that instead?
Mm-hmm.
But
And then I fall asleep in the chair for a while. He keeps doing it.
if you fall asleep on camera, I just put a picture of Nicolas Cage over you.
Can we do that?
I can. All right, so we're gonna do that.
Yes, we are. And what are you thankful for, man?
You know what I think I'm most thankful for?
What's that?
Aliens. No, I think I'm really.
Great show.
I think I'm really, coming up in the day and age when I did, and Saturday morning cartoons, comics were still something of mythological proportion. I never thought that I would get to a day and time when I'd get to go see in a movie theater, just like see these things come to life. And over the 1989 happened, we all saw Batman. That was great. That was great. I thought that was the peak. I thought that was as good as it was ever going to get.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, it was about 2008. I'd gone to I'd gone to training. I'd gone to.
Oh, wait, I'm doing this wrong. It's 1989 Batman.
I actually have to turn like that.
Mm-hmm.
He gas.
Yeah, Bangarang, man. No, but
Can't do that too much.
it was 2008. I had just gotten back from Marine Corps basic training. I had 10 days to hang out with my family, and at the time, I guess she was my fiance at the time. My fiance at the time and her son and I all went to go see a movie, and she said, "I think you're really going to like it. It's been." The whole time you've been gone, it's just been on commercials and everything, just the previews, trailers, it's been a big deal. So, all right, well, let's check it out. It was Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went and saw Iron Man. And, when I was young, I loved the cartoon. I liked the cartoon. It was a bad cartoon, but I loved it. And I loved the figures that came with it, the armor and all that sort of stuff. I used to draw it all the time. Anyhow, go to see the movie, and Robert Downey Jr., everything about it was just amazing. And I was in love, at that moment. And I had no idea. I was like, that's great. I hope they can do something like that again, but they never will. And then 10 years later, I get to see this completion of a storyline, and all of these characters come to life. All of these things come to reality. So much of what I grew up loving and getting picked on for loving is now this mainstream thing that people all want to know about, people want to talk about, people all wear the t-shirts, and it's like, man, this is an awesome day and time to live in, I think, as a comic book geek. It is a great time to live in.
Man, it is. Because, it's wild. At one point, you're like, which Captain Marvel movie do I want to go see? Wait, what?
Right.
That's like, I was still in shock about that. And then, both Captain Marvel movies and Endgame was showing at the same time. And then Hellboy was there as well.
Yeah.
Which, granted, it's a kind of a guilty pleasure movie, but...
Oh, big time. It's like either you really love Hellboy, or you really love 1980s heavy metal music videos. Either way, you'll walk away happy.
I also really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok.
that was it.
Oh, man.
I'm also thankful for Taika Waititi. Okay, that guy. Did you know? Okay, speaking of the Mandalorian from earlier, he's the voice of the robot.
Yeah.
Oh man, Taika is just the most versatile actor, director, funny guy.
Yeah.
I'm happy he's around.
Hey, Meek. I found Meek.
He's his character Korg.
Mm-hmm.
From that to What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh my God, I love. Someone let Peter out.
He's just we're gonna have a flat meeting. He's just the funniest guy. He's just a fun guy.
I found Meek.
Someone's looking for Meek.
But
It's okay. I hear Spider-Man's on it.
Yeah,
Well,
I saw him.
that too.
I saw him. He told me y'all had a good episode.
Yeah. It was a couple episodes ago. You should go back and watch that.
Yeah, go check that out.
Oh yeah. Not to before, it's just everyone that's put all this together.
Mm. But y'all are a lot more sentimental than I am. I totally went selfish with mine.
I'll be completely
that's
honest.
fine.
When I was younger,
That's okay. I'm telling you.
when I was younger, what got me into comics was listening to you talk about them. Because I mostly read like novels and stuff. The pictures, every time I looked at the picture, I forgot what I was reading. So I wasn't able to follow the comics as well as you did. But listening to you tell me about the comics actually brought the stories to life for me.
I do remember we used to, it was over at his house most of the time, but we would go over to his house and he would have like some of the Toy Biz toys that I didn't have, and I'd bring over some of my toys and everything. And so we'd have all these characters, and so he had like this Carnage that you could peel the mask off of, and a Venom, and so he was like, I love this character, and I was like, oh man, yeah, he's super scary. He did this thing where he killed these people, and then he was like writing Peter Parker's name in blood on the wall, and he's like, huh? Oh, let me tell you about this, you know. And so like I'm telling him about it, he's like, I like you even more now, you know.
I just liked him because he was the only redheaded guy character in comics that I knew about.
Which that's what he was when we were young. He was a redhead.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of saw myself in Carnage. And then I grew up and realized that sometimes life goals are meant to be forgotten.
Sometimes you shouldn't achieve all your dreams.
Yeah. But yeah, and this display actually out there for you viewers looking is actually a representation of all of us that have been a part of Turn the Page.
Yeah, we can go through that step by step too. This right here, the ever-loving blue-eyed thing, is actually Big Dan. He's my ever-loving blue-eyed thing. He's the guy that's always got my back like a rock. And that's I gave that to him. I don't know. I don't
It
remember
was
how long
about
ago.
a year and a half to 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was right when I got back from my surgery, and he came and when I had first had my neck surgery and had all of the titanium put in. I went out to East Tennessee to take my time and recover and everything. Dan actually drove out there to check on me and everything, and I mean it was a turnaround trip because he also had a date like the next day. So he got out there. We climbed the freaking mountain. Saw a great view, took some pictures, me and him and the daughter, and then he turned around and went back for his date. But that was what was always so good about Dan. Growing up with him, he's always been there, like that kind of a person. So like for Reed Richards, the kind of guy that's just got your back, no matter what, he's the thing. And obviously, you know, whether it's my pompous nature, my inventive personality, or just the goatee, you've got Tony Stark representing me as Tony. I like that. And of course, Scott. He's not on screen yet. You'll see him in a couple of weeks when we do the Star Wars episode. But old Captain America represents Scott because when I met Scott Hibbard, when I first got back, like I said, I just moved back after the surgery and healing up and everything, and I still had a Marine Corps vernacular. My language had not changed for many years. I think it was bad before the Marines. The Marines just let loose all of the different ways I could say F words.
They gave you a little bit of creativity with it.
Yeah, I got real creative with it because they said it's okay. You can just do that as a professional person. But when I first started working with Scott and he was putting me on recordings and on cameras and stuff, he's like, language.
Gonna need you to dial that language.
I'm gonna need you to dial that down, Tony. Language. And so every time he'd say that, so I've been calling him Captain Hibbard for a while now. But yeah, he's got that good, solid personality. He's the kind of guy you couldn't imagine do anything wrong by anybody. He's always just there to be supportive and kind of lead the way. You know?
Yeah.
Good, solid guy. Yeah. Go ahead and tell us about this one.
Yeah, then you have the one in the front, Goose, which is the Flurkin. As a representation of my wife.
The Flurkin wife.
The Flurkin wife.
My Flurkin wife. I feel like she's everybody's wife. She's really the wife of the set. She's the lady who keeps it all together.
She does. She keeps us in check. Our director.
Cold stares, laughs, sneezes, whatever she has to do to just remind us we're still alive.
The director may or may not be giving us the stink eye right now.
And sometimes the dot of death.
Yeah.
Man, but yeah, we have that, and I am ever so thankful for her.
We're thankful you have her.
Words.
Because I don't know if there's an end to that statement.
I'm just saying, just words just cannot.
Everybody needs to have somebody, and that's somebody that keeps you in line. That's your f***ing
Oh yeah. And then someone can
motherfucker.
describe old Chris Reeve here.
Oh, tell us why. I want to know why you chose that.
You want to know why I chose Chris Reeve over Mortal Kombat and all the violent characters and stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Superman's always been my favorite superhero ever since I was a kid.
No.
Like, I mean, I've always related to him because I've always aspired to always wanting to be able to help people. He always did the right thing, no matter the cost. I have lots of examples of that we'll go on to for this, but yeah, I don't know. I just believe in doing the right thing and helping those in need, and I also relate to one of his challenges as well, is that no matter how many resources and everything that he can do, he still can't be there for everybody and help everyone.
I can see that.
He has to pick and choose.
I can totally see that. I mean, since I've met this group of people, it's a very welcoming group of people, and especially Ron. When I met him, he's just took to me pretty quickly, and then after that, is always checking up on me. Hey, how's everything going? Oh, hey, I saw this, made me think of you. Little happy things all the time, and when you get to. Dan had made a joke with me, actually, back when I was healing up in East Tennessee, and he had made a joke because we were talking. He likes to argue with me about the Bible. Because I'm a little bit more I lean on the scientific side of life, and have had, in my adult years, trouble understanding religious organizations. And so we'll argue about the Bible. And he told me, he said, well, out of everything, do you know what the greatest blessing or magical trick about the whole Bible was? I said, no, what's that? And he said, Jesus was 33 years old and had 12 friends. That is the biggest miracle of the whole thing. As you get older, people start to dwindle, or you don't see. You got an old friend, and like I still keep up with my buddies, but they live in a different place. And all the time, it's just a random, hey, Bob, how you doing? I'm good. You will? Yeah. All right, talk to you next year. It's just, it fades away. And then when I met the Saturday Night Gaming community, and eventually when we started spinning off into Turn the Page and everything, man, it's like a whole group of disciples. I mean, it really is. It's like this big group of guys that have each other's backs. They're all nice. There's a lady too, a Mary Magdalene here or there, and I only said that because she was getting me the stick eye. So, ooh, my soul just cringed. But no, everybody has each other's backs, and everybody's always trying to be nice and uplifting, and everybody's always trying in some way, with their own personality types, to be the best person around all these other people. There's not a whole lot of drinking, there's no drug use, there's no crazy parties, but as this group of adults, we can still get together, have fun, work out the stress of the week, play some games, do some videos, and check on each other generally, and I think that's one of the most amazing things about the whole group, the whole community that we have right now. It, to me, helps me understand the spirituality aspect that Dan's always trying to be convincing me of. It's a community, and within that community, I think there's hope.
Yep. And then we have this little elven fella here, which represents Sean. He was the original producer, and he let us graciously shoot in his home, and we, will be forever thankful for that, and all the fun times that we had with the Oculus as well.
Oh yeah, he had
that was great.
VR. We could stay up late watching Tool music videos and discussing the philosophy behind that, you know.
Yeah, and Poking Vader.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so weird. VR so weird.
And then, of course, we have
Doom.
Oh,
We are in Castle Doom right now. Actually,
We are.
This is the Sex Appeals apartment that we're in. It's a super cool midtown apartment, and he's represented by Doom. And I think that's a good representation for him. Not because he's evil or trying to take the world over, or not because he and I went back in time and had an Arthurian tale as Iron Man and Doctor Doom, although we should do that at some point in time. Both put on some wine and
that
just
would
go
be
back into
awesome
the past.
game.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, well, let's do that soon.
that would be
But Doom's an all-around. He's an all-around talented fella because, like, between the magic, the mechanical, the science, and everything. So when you meet John as a person, he's quiet at first, and then you start to realize, oh yeah, you wanted me to draw a picture? I'll draw a picture. Oh, we're gonna do this with some technical stuff. Okay, yeah, I think I've got something for that. And then like you look, and it's like he does.
rebuilding arcades.
Rebuilding arcades and having like, I mean, it's just like whatever it is. Like he must have done that at some point in time. It's just this.
Have you done all of that?
I think it is
Done that? Yeah, I did
Everything.
That. Yeah.
everything. Yeah, there was one time he was dating Halle Berry too. He doesn't tell people.
Well,
You're not supposed to repeat that.
Oh, sorry, that was my bad. That's why we get into a fight and we go into an Arthurian too.
you know what happens when you tell about that?
I
Same
guess-
thing that happens to everything else when it's struck by lightning.
Oh my god, worst line ever. Actually, at that down point in her life when she started dating John, I just had the worst line of my entire career, and that was after that movie. What was that movie she did right before that? It was her and another girl, and they were supposed to be like ghetto chicks that went to an upclass place. Oh, I'm gonna need that looked up.
Dream Girls or something.
Oh no, it was like BAPS. 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 I don't remember what it stood for. But oh my gosh, that was a ridiculous funny movie.
B.A. Princesses?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. But I remember it was BAPS. It was right before that. And it was no, I figured it out. But it was in the 90s, and it could only happen in the 90s. I don't think they would do it again. It was a very 90s thing. It was hilarious.
They should do an update for Coming to America.
I like a new Coming to America.
There's a second one coming.
There is?
Eddie Murphy's making another one, and Wesley Snipes is going to be in it as well.
I feel like it should have been Idris Elba. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, that would have been great.
I'd put him in any role.
But
They're going to have a new Punisher movie. You know who should do that? Idris Elba.
Yes.
He would make the coolest Punisher. I'd buy it. I'd buy it for more than $1.
Lots of people would buy it.
I think so. I agree with you. Okay, cool.
Okay. As long as you agree with you, that's fine.
That's what it all comes down to, right? Perception's reality.
As long as everything in here is in agreement.
and you all out there, definitely leave comments about what you're thankful for as well.
Yes. Between family, it could be sentimental, or you could be selfish like me and just like stuff that's cool.
Also, feel free to comment who you think would play the better character that Idris Elba should be.
Oh yeah, what character role do you want to put Idris Elba in? And you can't just respond with my husband. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that would be like, oh yeah, I'd replace him in the role of my husband.
This is Dan speaking. I'm checking in just to remind you to check us out at facebook.com/turnthepageshow, where you can find pictures, you can find links to all of our videos, you can find interesting articles that we've discovered around the internet and discuss them with us. We may even mention your comments on the show. So head on over there, put a bookmark in, and come on back. I'll wait for just a moment. You should probably hurry. It looks like they're on their way back.
All right, we're back, and
Hey!
Hello there.
Whoa!
yeah,
Hey, how you doing?
hey, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
Back from the past. You went on a
Back from the
Camelot
future.
quest and came back with some new Doom
I
tech.
got
And
this shirt. It's
so you picked that up on your journey.
yeah, I
Went
picked
through
this up.
a huge ransacking journey to pick up that
Nanotech
knife.
from
Oh,
the future.
that's right.
Yeah,
Nanotech shirts. I can't wait to
I got it
look
on
at those.
sale.
Those are always
Hey!
the best.
Speaking of shirts, I don't know if you can see this. We'll put a picture up of it later so it's got a better view. But
Oh,
this
that's a
is the
shirt.
Barbarian shirt that this is Laura Hibbard drew and created for us.
Mhm.
It will be on sale on both Saturday Night Gaming and Turn the Page.
Awesome, man.
This is her own drawing,
So his
her
name
own
is
shirt.
Ian.
His name's Ian. This is Ian's place, and that is a bear behind the bar.
Running
It's
the
a
bar.
barbarian.
Yeah.
So-
I like it. I like it.
Good little quippy thing. People
Yeah.
love animals. People love to buy animal things, and it's a cute design. I think Laura did a great job.
You didn't make a
You
fuss.
did, Laura. We are thankful for you too.
Oh, did you hear
God.
she went back to being a redhead?
Really?
I can't
I
wait.
don't know. I thought she was blonde.
No.
So
She's
she's
like
like-
the Black Widow, man. She goes from blonde to redhead. You don't even know what's going on anymore.
That's cool.
Yeah, can't wait to see. Scott was telling me about that today.
Cool.
He's like, I went home. My wife's hair's probably changed again.
We were talking about
So we're thankful for her.
Doctor Who a second ago.
The Whovian Society, yes.
Hmm.
We were speaking about.
Yeah, we were talking about artists, and there's a particular episode, but I can't remember why. we
Because
were talking-
artists, well, you were talking about perfection.
perfection.
Finding
Now
perfection.
you were talking about.
Well, I think that all artists, and speaking from artist to artist, with a writer in the middle, maybe he can narrate for us, but all artists are seeking perfection.
Yes.
They want to get it out of their head onto the page, how they perceive
Exactly how it is.
it. Exactly how they perceive it. Exactly.
Mm.
To the T,
Yeah.
to the last thing, to the cuticle.
Like it looks like something Jim Lee
Moves,
would do, but slightly better.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to perfect this art, and it never happens. So everything that you do, it's like we're happy enough with that to show people, and then you look back on it, and you're like, oh man, that wasn't good. You
Have you ever
know?
had the other experience where, like, you're looking back on some older art, and you're like, whoa, I was way better back then.
Yeah. How did I do that one time?
I really
Why
slacked.
didn't I really start showing people?
Why
that?
didn't I keep going down that path?
what was I doing differently then?
Yeah.
That's
I
actually
had
what
that
happened to
experience,
me.
Yeah.
That's what happened to you.
That's what happened to me. It's like I just stopped drawing like I used to when I was. Used to want to follow in my brother's footsteps, who I'm also super thankful for. If it hadn't been for him, none of this stuff, man. Him and my mom. But back on track, yeah, it's I used to, want to follow in his footsteps. I drew all the time, and I found some of my old portfolios and stuff like that. I was like, holy crap, I did all this?
Practice is what brings you
Yeah.
out.
Draw every day.
I think that the mind has it. It's the body that doesn't remember how to use it. My brother's back again. Hey, Thor.
it's a mind like muscle connection.
The connection,
Yeah.
the neural pathways
can't
that
move your
allow
hand,
you
right.
to do it, and the inhibition that lays inside your mind and
Well-
your heart, holding you back from
Yeah.
so if you, as a person, when you feel something, you want to get it out. That people do it all differently, but for me, it was always artwork. So when I want to get that out, but how dark can I allow it to be? People might find this. People might see this.
It might be too
How,
revealing. Oh, there's a Thor.
There's a Thor.
That's Thor for you.
Thor.
No, he's okay.
Thor 4. But yeah, you're trying to get it out, but then you're also afraid people will see it.
Well, yeah, it's
How much of
revealing.
this darkness
Yeah.
am I allowing out? Or how much of these real feelings am I allowing to get out? It's like trying to date a person. You're like, I'm going to show her my good side.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing when you said Thor, because
Thor.
all I could think
Wasn't
of was
Thunder?
Mike Tyson saying that Thor was Thor.
Yeah, well, Mike Tyson, poor guy. But yeah, when you're trying to get all that stuff out, and it's like dating. You're trying to show them a good side, So it looks really good. I want it to look really good, but how much do I really want to reveal with it? You know, but that's not what art is. Art should just be you splattered across a piece of paper, and then it's up to everybody else to consider the context.
Oh, you just made me have some like thoughts of like very dark art where I just take myself and splatter myself across a piece of paper.
That would be some
That's
really
some really dark
I
art.
like that.
Yeah,
That was always my problem. It was
final
never
piece.
dark enough. It was never.
that's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark. That is dark. I never really actually thought of doing that. But I mean,
Well,
like
thank you.
anything
Now
else,
now I have that.
we have to do that now. So
No,
we
we're
have to
not
draw
doing
that as like
No,
intestines.
No, yeah, no, that's too dark.
It's too dark.
Yeah,
Or I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
When I have an alibi.
but like you know, it is hard to like put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable, and I think some of the best art. Whenever I see a breakthrough in someone's art, it's because they did that.
Yeah.
You know, did something that was uncomfortable for them, artistically speaking, and also something that they were unsure of. You know, experimentation, and then they found something in themselves, in their art, and technique or whatever that they didn't know was there, that they really enjoyed, and then they were able to continue that, and they would get better because if you enjoy it, you'll get better at it.
Well, you
Because
do
you'll
it.
do it.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Doing it more is what gets you, better at something. But if you enjoy it, you're more likely to do it.
And taking away that code scale of what people will think, you know,
Yeah.
because it really is all perception. You know, I do commission
Well, people
pieces for
like
people
this, that
that
type of
then
thing,
forget
yeah.
that I did a commission piece for them, and they're like, "Oh, yeah. I just don't have the money right now." Well, dude, you
Oh,
wanted me to do this for you.
Always
You know,
terrible.
and then I'm carrying around my portfolio one time, and over at Saturday Night Gaming, and our buddy Chuck Knight says, "Can I look at some of your stuff?" And I show him this commissioned piece of Spawn that I had done, and he loved it. I mean, he was absolutely enamored with it.
Spawn.
Bought it and probably has it framed at his house.
Is
I mean,
that
he
is
just
that the
loved it.
color? The
Yeah.
color?
Yeah, I spent a long time doing those colors. I remember I was actually texting back and forth with you talking
Yeah, I
about
remember
the
that,
color
yeah,
blending
yeah.
and everything, and we had gone over.
Did you use markers for that? I can't remember.
It was a combination of markers and pencils and some shadings that I had done. So blending it all together. But it's hard to do. It's hard to do that. It's hard to get something done for somebody because then you're wondering, is this actually going to be, you know, you imagine your stuff's going to be hanging on somebody's wall,
I imagine it's going to be like,
stuffed in a corner somewhere.
stuff in a corner, like it's a pity buy or something like, oh, here, you need money. You're just like,
Yeah, or is this just your way to loan me money?
yeah.
Yeah.
I never really think too highly of my own.
I like your art. That's why I have that framed picture in my house.
Oh, thanks for loaning me that money, by the way.
Yeah.
I needed that.
But no, I enjoy your art, and I enjoy when we get to work together on things. But no, like doing pencil sketches and everything, and then you take it, you ink it, you turn it into something that I didn't even think I had just done with it. You know, and it's like, oh well, cool. I did that Wolverine, and I did the claws, and I was like, oh, they look stupid. I didn't like that perception angle I had chosen. You inked it, and I was like, that was a great choice. I don't know what happened.
I really enjoyed inking that. Your pencils look great.
Oh, thanks, man. I think that we're just here to buffer each other's
Yeah.
personalities.
We're both
Check out
great.
their artwork on.
We're both amazing guys. I don't even know what we're down to. We just got to go ahead and make a graphic novel and get it done with.
Absolutely.
Check out their artwork in the coming graphic novel.
Actually, that will be something I'm going to be trying to work on this year. Early New Year's promise to myself. But for the game that we'll be running for the next couple, it's been running for a while, but for at least the next 6 weeks, this next installment of games that we're going to be doing on Saturday Night Gaming, check that out. That's going to be on Podbean. That's going to be on Google Play. It's going to be on iTunes. The Saturday Night Gaming title, you should check it out. It's going to be the dawn of the Dark Star. It's going to be an awesome game. I'm just predicting this off the bat. But
Sounds awesome.
I think it
It
sounds
sounds like
it sounds great.
like Saturday morning, but like later in the morning, 80s space opera cartoon.
I would say that sounds amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
that's
Yeah,
what it sounds
that's
like.
what it's going to be.
That sounds like
But yeah, it's a combination of a lot of work that I've done my whole life, back into my early years and my teenage years.
Wait,
Actually,
am I in this game? I'm not.
you're not.
I'm in Scott's game.
You're not. You're dead in this world.
Yeah.
But it will be sequeled out, so you'll have chances to get into this world. It is well written into the future. But actually, the buddy that I wrote it with back when we were teenagers, he's going to be in town, so he's going to have a chance to stop in and see the inaugural episode of this world get made into a reality. But I'm also going to focus all my efforts into putting it into graphic novel format, just to get it done.
Yeah.
Because I think I've always focused on how do I get it famous? How do I make it big? How do I make it a 1980s cartoon?
Just
Get on the screen,
the first step in that is doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And I watch all these guys. They talk about Jim Lee. I watch him drawing online all the time. And but realistically, that is all it is. Just get done. Just do something.
Well, I mean, Ninja Turtles had how many issues out before they're like, hey, we're going to make this into a toy line. And
Yeah,
then
it
just
wasn't
went
very
from there.
many. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they kill Shredder in the first. Sorry, this is a spoiler for Ninja Turtles.
If you haven't been around for
They
more
kill
than a day.
Shredder in the first issue because they didn't really think it was going to go beyond that, right?
Right.
But then their first issue was like just blew up.
Eastman and Laird, yeah.
Yeah, and so they did one issue, and they had fun with it, and it blew up, and they're like, oh, I guess we better make some more. So yeah, do whatever is the equivalent
Whatever's
of one
fun.
issue,
I think that's what I would do, and it's a matter of like, I mean, in my mind, it's like, okay, well, the mathematical portion, it should be like 120 pages because blah blah blah. I'm putting all these predisposed weights on top of my shoulders, where I just think it'll just let it flow, and that's what I like about doing the game things, is because characters are introduced, people make plot lines happen that I probably wouldn't even choose. And so I get to watch it as much as anybody else does. I just provide the four corners of the
It's
world.
an organic, like
It's alive.
growth, yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched that happen in my game too.
What's always amazed me about books is they manage to end the story right when they run out of paper.
I mean, that's what
That's
you
why I
gotta
keep
shoot
this
for.
guy around. Yeah, I'm going to stop drawing when I run out of paper. Hopefully I don't go by more. But yeah, that'll be my 2020 promise.
Cool.
To keep to myself. But obviously I'm going to try and help, get some help from my friends, and maybe somebody will help me ink some stuff. Maybe somebody will help me write some dialogue.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you're good dialogue.
I'm a writer.
He does a great job writing. Actually, when he sends me his backstories for his characters, it's a little story I get to read.
Cool.
It's not like, hey, here's a paragraph. I'm an orc and I like to hump rocks. It's not this stupid little thing. It's like a freaking novel I got to read, and it's like, oh, and then I have ups and downs throughout the whole thing. It's like, this guy might have a chance. No, he's an angry character. I don't know. And like, so you get to the end of it, and it's like, I can't wait to see what he does. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do something with this.
Yeah.
We figure out how to write that on a cue card.
Well, that's cool.
But yeah,
I'll send you the story I wrote.
Unlike his
yeah.
wife.
that's true. I usually end up writing the backstories for his wife, myself. Just, hey, psst. What am I? I'll let you know.
It's like, I want to look like this.
That's called outsourcing.
I want to look like this, and I want to be basically like this, and still have opportunity to look at my phone. Okay.
But yeah,
Big magic
that's
happen.
cool. I guess I could have some sort of like New Year's, or my 2-year resolution or whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Your guys' ideas sound like.
On the
I
bright
would
side,
wanna
you've
do
got
that.
a month and a half to come up with that resolution.
Yeah, like
I
just
do an
wanna-
episode for that too.
I have so many projects I want to do, and there's 2 things I need. I need money. Should put the Patreon down there. And I need
We have Venmo, PayPal, and
also need time. I
have
need time, and I
Well,
can buy some time with,
with money.
money. You can actually do that. I've checked.
I've heard
It's a real thing.
It's a real
and
thing.
money is
Really?
time.
Yeah, yeah. So the way you buy time
Huh.
with money is like you don't have to go to a job to make money. The money's just there.
so you have
So,
more time.
You have more time
That is
to do things.
really interesting.
Well, that's
man.
what Patreon is supposed to do. Like that's the point. So creative people don't go to their 9 to 5. Instead, they create.
And look at us. We're starving artists. Okay, I'm hungry.
Dar.
Help me out with some food.
No, money.
Money
Money.
for food.
Food, yeah.
I mean, that's part of it.
Food, rent, Netflix.
I've got to get inspiration.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, how am I supposed to do anything if I'm not watching something?
Yeah, of course. Disney Plus would
Disney
be nice.
Plus. Yeah, that is a plus.
Yeah.
It's an amazing. I like it.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh! Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
It still has a few bugs that need to be worked out. There are certain things like, say, if a person's watching it on their phone, they can't exactly shrink it down the same way that you can with Netflix, where you can still perform other actions
Yeah.
while it's running. But and then there's still some buffering issues for some people. I haven't had issues with the buffering.
We have.
I haven't had any issues with it. I've
That's
had one or
good.
two glitches. I rewind 10 seconds, it goes away.
Yeah, that's what we were running into. Like it'll freeze, and you can still hear the audio.
Right.
And you'll have to rewind.
But
That's
you
about
rewind,
it.
it gets right back on track. So I
Yeah.
know that it's just this kink that they got to work out through the initial launch.
Yeah, I
We're
don't
basically
know,
on the first version right now.
how,
Oh, yeah.
how their like back end is set up. I know Netflix has worked very hard to make sure that.
But think about Netflix when we first got Netflix.
Yeah, I don't even know if I remember that far back.
This is way better than original Netflix. So much better. But
Netflix
that
is
just-
great. It's
The
not as
way
good
it
as
is.
YouTube as far as there's nothing that is faster than YouTube. Like if there's a video that pops up on like a news site or like Facebook, I'm like, screw this, wait for this to load or buffer.
I'm just
I
going
just
to
go to
YouTube.
YouTube and it's like instant.
Yep.
Because we love YouTube.
YouTube is good. I
Funny
mean,
thing
for that,
I've noticed about YouTube now, the ads are what has trouble loading on YouTube now.
that's why you get premium.
Go for premium
Yeah.
after you like our page.
Absolutely.
It's $10 and no ads, and there's extra content, but really that doesn't matter because I think that's going to be divvied out for the free tier. It's really just for ads, but you also get music.
Mostly, like, cable's the thing of the past and
Yeah.
YouTube is the future.
Oh well, cable.
You'll get
is-
your cinema things like Netflix
Yeah.
and Disney Plus, but
Mhm.
then cable is
Yeah.
YouTube.
well, there's YouTube TV.
Right.
And that's like 70 plus channels, live television, unlimited DVR. It's like a cable package. It's like $50 a month, but it's awesome. Like it's very convenient. That's how I'm watching like half of my TV shows because my schedule isn't like I can't just like, oh sorry, I gotta be somewhere. The Good Place is on.
Yeah.
It's just
I just heard Lucifer prepared a new first episode. Gotta go.
yeah. I don't even know how we managed to do that. In the past, like
Oh man.
There
yeah.
were set recordings and stuff.
VCRs.
Interesting crap
Yeah.
only started during the evening. Like
Yeah.
on the syndicated blocks. It was
Mhm.
only during the evening hours when interesting stuff happened on TV.
Yeah. I usually work during the evening, and I'm not able to just watch
Yeah,
television.
not in the 80s you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you
not
would have
now.
gotten a different job.
I would have had to. I've got to watch my stories.
You have to watch
Yeah.
your stories.
You
So that's why
miss
everything-
Letterman.
I would have just got a VCR.
Well, the VCRs helped,
Yeah.
but you had specific things that were broadcast to specific people at specific times in the day.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
what other crazy person would wake up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning, but a little kid looking for He-Man?
Well, now you can DVR it if it existed, which it
I think it
doesn't.
makes us lazy, though. I think we should go back to schedules that we have to keep. It
I don't
makes
know.
it worth it.
There's something I've
Oh,
said a
yeah.
lot, and that's people always say that kids need structure, and I think the opposite is true. I think kids are the ones that don't need it; they're fine without it. Adults need structure, otherwise they go insane. Like adults need that,
Well,
waking
I
up
think
to this
if
reason
we
I'm
don't
fine.
have the structure, we just become kids again.
I think we go
Uh,
insane. I think the line between kids and insane is very thin.
It is very thin. As a kid, I was great.
Yeah.
But
see,
then I lose a bit of that because I have this schedule to
the
keep.
difference is kids are fine with insane, adults are not.
Yeah, who else runs around and goes,
Yeah.
A kid. If I had done that
Also,
as an
As an
adult,
adult, you'd probably be put into a loony bin.
yeah, yeah.
Or someone
also
who tried
a
it.
certain speedster character from a previous game that we just played.
Did you listen to that? Yeah, I guess not. That was
I haven't had a
actually-
whole lot of time.
Check
My
it out on
character.
Saturday Night
Yeah,
Gaming.
Saturday Night
Yeah,
Gaming,
Check
my
it out.
character. That's
I'm still getting up to date on
Imagine a dark flash character running like this. Going,
wacky inflatable arm too.
Yeah, he had been influenced somehow by the mask. I don't really know. But yeah, he was wacky.
That's it. I think
He knows all about it.
The next
Oh,
top
yeah.
genre game we do, I'm playing Lamont. I'm gonna be the Shadow.
The shadow.
Yeah.
We'll bring that
Dude,
that
yeah.
prop.
I'm gonna glue that back together.
You better use some strong glue.
Check this out.
Yeah.
He has the dagger from
Oh,
the Shadow movie. It's just broke. So I got to figure out how to fix it.
Tell him how I broke it.
He was using it as a hammer.
It's that heavy.
Feel this, the head, right? Because that's
Look at the face on the other side. And you'll see how I was using it as a hammer.
that's what this.
I was
Crazy
putting
good.
together.
But now feel the
entertainment
actual
scene.
dagger half of it. That is a lot of weight difference.
Yeah, don't drop that
So
on your foot.
he was definitely using that as a hammer.
Yeah.
And a spackler and whatever else he wanted to do with it. It was a multi-tool, huh?
Yeah, you totally.
But yeah, if I can get that put together, that was back from the Alec Baldwin, The Shadow movie.
Yeah.
It was
that
the dagger that
great.
flew around the room killing him.
Yeah, that's the one that was like you bit on
Yeah.
that. So I was like, yeah. well,
Yeah, it bit him. Oh, I love that part. But I love The Shadow. I always used to grow up at, when we would visit my great-grandpa Mac up in Dixon, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
He had this old house, and he had this old collection of the radio shows. And one of his favorites to put on, he would put the old recording of The Shadow, and it would always start out, "Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows." And it's just like, oh man, that's amazing. And then you'd see the cover, and it was just like this black brim hat and the coat, but with the red scarf around his face. And it was like everything about that was gritty and cool and just so much fun. And then the movie came out. I had to read the book in order to go see the movie. My stepdad took me to see the movie after that.
It's prime for a remake.
That is prime for a remake.
Absolutely. And that'd
But
be,
who could play Lamont Cranston? Not Alec Baldwin again, please.
no.
Bruce Willis.
I just
Not Bruce
No.
Willis. We have to go new. We have to go new. We have to find somebody. We have to find new blood to do it. Oh, but Hugh Jackman would be so good at
Hugh Jackman would be good at
it.
it.
Hugh Jackman.
He's got the
would pull
nose
that
for
off.
it.
He's got the nose. He's got the build. He's got the acting chops. He's amazing. Idris Elba.
That's what I was thinking.
Idris
He'd
Elba
be
could do
perfect
it.
for it.
I think that would be amazing. And the bad guy should be Samuel L. Jackson.
Maybe.
He's always cussing at him, and Idris Elba's like. No, I really do think Hugh Jackman could probably pull that off. That is,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
can't wait for a resurgence of the Mystery Men style entertainment, though. I mean, like The Mask fell into that. He was a comedic parody of the Mystery Men stuff. But The Shadow, Dick Tracy,
Yes.
some more of that.
I think it's
genre.
coming.
I still have that watch.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
man, that's cool.
That's. I'm not gonna lie. That's the whole reason I got the Apple Watch, is just because of Dick Tracy.
So, from everybody here at Turn the Page and Saturday Night Gaming, we want to wish you happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. and
Pardon the turkey. Don't eat the turkey. Pardon it.
I guess give the turkey a pardon and eat a pig. Get some bacon. All right, everybody, we love you. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share us on your page, and tell your grandma and all of her friends about us. As always, promote what you love, don't bash what you hate. Continue to tune in and continue to try and make your dreams come true. Thank you from here at Turn the Page, and we'll see you next time.
Feel free to play this for the family.
The whole family after they've liked and subscribed too.
Absolutely.